messaged you on 6 different occasions. You failed to answer me. Maybe it was like 4 or 6 around there. You failed to answer me. Not to mention, nobody's keeping me updated on why y'all are inactive. You have no one to blame but yourself. I messaged you the one. Let's see, when was it? It was the third. I said, "Are you coming?" I was like, "You can come late. You know, it doesn't matter." And you said, "Dude, I ain't coming. I'm sorry." Never gave me a reason why. You just said you weren't coming.
Okay. I don't
So
have to really give a reason. All I have to say is I'm not coming.
yeah, well, I mean, if you expect to stay in the community, you could give me a general idea on why you're not coming. You could have said that you were busy.
Yeah, which I have been.
Yeah, but as a community owner or as a community member, if you want to stay in a community, you should tell your higher ups what's going on. If this was your job, you would tell your higher ups, why you aren't coming into work. That's we're trying to run a successful community, and we can't do that when people are inactive. I don't ask for you to give me
Okay.
your life story. I just want to know like what's going on.
The
I'm a
problem
very understanding person.
the problem is that I just did not like is that you're wanting to be as big as DOJ and everything, but the problem is that right now what you are failing at is Civ's part. You don't have enough
I,
Civs, and you're hang on, let me finish before you start talking.
okay,
Okay?
go ahead.
The problem is even Mason even agreed, okay? Coming out to where like say like on patrol, okay, where we were joking around the first day
Right,
we
right,
were here, and I was
right,
streaming
right,
when we were talking about blowjob, and someone was like, "Hey, don't say that around this person, or else you can be removed."
right.
Not
Because
taking it as a joke, but taking it way too far and being way too serious about it.
right,
Okay, in a
right,
community, you have to be able to have people joke around, even during a patrol.
right.
Even okay, I'll be honest with you. Even in DOJ, you're having people that will actually fuck around with you while you're on the
Mm-hmm.
traffic stop. Even during
Right.
briefing, you will have it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's possible, but you guys are
Yeah.
not wanting to allow that to happen. You guys are like,
No, I
no,
don't.
no joking around in role play, no joking around during patrol. You can joke around everything outside of patrol, but not during patrol. But
If
then,
I remember Murph's word correctly during briefing, he said, "You guys can joke around," but he said, "When it's time to bring it back, it's time to be serious." When he says, "Hey, let's be serious," he said, "I expect you all to come back and be serious."
okay,
All I said was, when you're talking about sucking dick and whatnot, there's people in high ranks in the community that don't want to hear that. There's just people who just prefer that that's not what they want to hear during a shift, and I asked you guys just to respect that. I said, if this person doesn't want to hear that, I said you guys should respect that that's not something that they want to hear around you, regardless if you say, oh, then they don't have to listen. No, that's not the deal. If they're the high ranking and they're the senior member and ask you not to do it, you should respect it and not do it. That's what it is.
okay.
That's how it is.
But here just becomes the issue, though. It's not okay. It's not only just that; it's also the sip part. You guys are
Yeah,
making
no.
it. You hang on. Let me finish. You guys are making it to
I'm
where
letting you finish.
it's like, hey, even if we don't have, civs or anything like that, you still have to come in and role play. We'll give you alpha ida calls. We'll give you AI calls. But what happens if it comes down to where, like, we have exactly like no sieve at all, and you guys aren't creating the call. You're just sending us out like, oh, so respond to this wreck call. What are we supposed to do at that point? Just spawn in a wreck and investigate it as highway patrol? That's not our duty. Because when you have people who's streaming and everything like that, they don't. Their viewers don't want to come in and see, oh, well, he set up a wreck and they have to investigate it. That's kind of messed up.
All right. So then, what is your take? What do you think should be done?
The take is, if you want to be successful in this thing, get the civs on. Without the
Well,
civ, hang on. Without the civs and only without civs on, you won't be successful because people are not
yeah.
gonna want to see just alpha ida pursuits, alpha ida traffic stops the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
DOJ even has to set it up to where alpha ida stuff is not allowed. Like pursuits with alpha idas are not allowed. You can get
Right.
removed for that. Okay,
Well,
my
we're
suggestion is to fix the whole situation with the civs. Because
Okay, as
even
a board
Mace,
member for you, Tyler, or
even
we can't.
Cobra,
what?
how are we supposed to get civs active?
It's called
We can't.
recruit. No, it's called recruiting. Okay, you guys are. Hang
That's
on. No, let me finish.
that's what we've been doing. We've been recruiting, and people just aren't applying for that department. That's nothing that we can do about it
No,
if
and
people
then
don't want to
that's
be in
when
it.
you guess what? And what happens is that's when you shut down all the other departments for recruiting. Shut it down. Make Civ to where it's the only thing open. Then people will see,
Point
okay, well maybe they need more civs. Okay, let me go ahead and go
point
over the
made.
civs.
Point made.
Trust me, in DOJ, that's how they have it. They got civilian operations shut down right now, closed for applications
Right.
because they have
Because
way
they
too
have too
many
many
fucking
civs.
civs.
Right.
DOJ has
But
over 100,000 members on their fucking website right now.
mm-hmm.
Only a select few can get in. Okay, if you want
Yeah,
to
I'm hoping
be,
for.
if you want to be, I'm not gonna say you're gonna be just like DOJ, but if you want to be
I
big,
don't
like,
really care to be like DOJ. I just want to have a decent member base.
but the problem
Exactly.
is, having this set schedule. Like, oh yeah, we're only gonna have a patrol on this day and not this day.
Well, that's how we have
No,
to do it for now, is
And that's to
because,
give everybody a good
yeah,
amount of time. So like
I
if you
what's it
can't make
called?
it every day, then it's every other day. We're not gonna expect you to come every single day to a patrol or just for all the members to decide,
It
oh
was
hey, well we wanna have one tonight, so let's do it. No, that's a lot
okay,
more
it
but
was
efficient.
it was more of a courtesy thing because most of our members, apart from the people who came from ECRP, like I said, we all work IRL and we can't get on 24/7 and role play 24/7.
but
So it was made to.
that's why you have it set to where not only just can main high people do official patrols. See, that's the thing. The official patrols is what kills everybody. They don't want to hear, oh, well, if you're just going to do this type of patrol without it being scheduled, it's not going to be official. So, we won't give a fuck what happens. We don't care.
Well, I mean, to argue your point, you're saying that you want people to have fun and what. That's exactly what practice games are for. If all you want to do is dick around during shifts, do a practice patrol. Official shifts are meant to show potential members how good roleplay is.
But,
Like I said, there's
but,
people that that like the dick around method that just want to fuck around in shifts, and there's people who don't. And the people who do like that have practice games. And unfortunately, when they come to official shifts, they're gonna have to be serious. There's people who like serious shifts and don't want to go to the dick around shifts. We have both set in place to cater to both sides of the community. I'm not just
and
gonna set just one side, so only dick around people get are happy, and then only set officials, so the people who only like officials are happy. We have it set in place for that reason, so members both sides of the community can experience what they want to experience.
but
and if you
but
really want a
that's,
practice shift, then
no.
just ask a board member, and we can almost guaranteed get it arranged.
Okay, but that's the problem. Why should we have to ask for a patrol? That's
Uh,
what. Hang
it,
on.
it's
Let
almost
me finish. Let me
Guaranteed, it
finish. Let
shouldn't
me
be that
finish.
big of
Okay.
a deal.
go ahead.
Hang on. I ran the most popular community over on GTA 4 called Chicago Police Department. We started out just like you with a low member base, and we started to kill up and get up and more in the member base. The reason why
Mm-hmm.
is because we show people that yes, even though it's an official patrol, there are sometimes mistakes that we have to fix, or sometimes there are mistakes where we have to stop in the middle of a patrol, 10-3 the whole LEO site, and be like, hey, this is what needs to be fixed. This is what needs to be, maybe looked into, you know. Or like that was perfect, that was amazing, guys. You guys did the best thing. Just fix just this one little mistake here, and then it would be perfect.
Well,
DOJ even has the
if you
stuff
want to
like that.
know, if you want to know what it comes down to and why no one can start, anyone can start up a shift. I don't know you guys. I don't know who any of you are,
But
and
that
quite
but
frankly,
that
I
becomes the problem though. Okay, if you don't know anybody, okay, then why are you gonna accept new members and be like, I don't know who the fuck you are, so If I say
Yeah,
get the fuck
no,
out, get the fuck out. Okay, that's
no,
pretty much
the
what
thing,
you're saying.
that's no, you're interpreting it
So you're saying
total
new member
incorrect way.
who comes in, that they can pretty much get a high rank and be like, oh yeah, you can start a patrol anytime you want. No, because you
That
don't
no,
know them.
that's not what I'm saying is I low ranking members who just come into the community. I've never interacted nor patrolled with them before. So how do I know they're not somebody A looking to and fuck around our community, try to shut it down, B hack us? Why would I just let anybody do whatever they want in my server? That's not how it is. What it comes down to, and I'm going to be completely honest, if you guys don't like how the community's being ran here, I'm just going to suggest all of you just leave, because if you're unhappy with it and you're not liking how our community is being run, you're wasting my time and you're wasting your own time when you guys could start your own community that you guys really like. If you don't like how we're doing things, and we've been trying to fix it, we've been putting out announcements saying, hey, if you guys don't like how the community's run, message a board member, maybe we can
No,
try to fix this issue.
but the
But no
problem
one wants
is
to come forth with it.
because whenever I first joined, you told me if you don't like how it's ran, you can leave. I'm not gonna stop you. That's the problem, okay? You want to be able to keep the members, not say if you want to leave, go ahead, fucking leave. I don't care.
Right.
You don't want that. You don't want members to think that, because then they're gonna be like, damn, he doesn't give about members. He doesn't give a shit about us. You know what? I'm gonna go to a community that actually cares about the members.
Well, I mean, I care about our members' opinion. Obviously, if I'm putting out messages, if I'm
And
asking for
there's a
if I'm
suggestion channel for a reason.
if I'm asking for suggestions, if I'm asking to see what you guys want, obviously I want to implement what you guys want to see. The problem is if you guys aren't communicating to us on what you guys want to see in the community, we can't fix it. We don't know what you
Okay.
guys want.
The
So you
problem
guys
is,
can't blame us.
okay, the problem is, guess what? When I came over from ECRP, when I brought ECRP over, it was amazing. The server was fantastic. But yet, guess what? With me being lead developer over there, I'm not even developer here still. Because you said I had to wait for Hurstel. We had to talk to Hurstel. If Hurstel disagrees with it, guess what? That means I can't give you anything. I can't help you out with anything. Then what's the
Well, I
point
mean,
of it?
if you want my honest opinion, you can help me out with whatever you want. In case you haven't noticed, I'm a higher rank than Herschel, so I basically.
Well,
run
no, but the problem
community
is
in
you
a
told
different way.
me about it. You said we had to talk to Hurstel first.
I said ask Herschel about the development team. I didn't say ask him for the rank. I can delete and put whoever I want in ranks.
Okay, and see, here's the thing. Your whole shift schedule thing, I know the issue with it.
So you just have
I
answer
can
to everything.
I can fix it.
What's wrong with it now?
I can't tell you because I have to look into it and fix it. I have to see what you have set as a role and see what you have set to the roles, and then I can fix it.
But
We had that same. I can't. Okay. Here's the thing. Okay, I can't just go into and tell you word by word by word what to do, because you know why? Your roles are different from ours. From when we were in ECRP, they were totally different. We had set roles to certain channels. BCSO could only see BCSO. Highway could only see highway. You guys have that set it up. But then we had situations like this. Highway could see a channel and see stuff being written in it, but then, we couldn't see anything. Okay, that becomes the issue.
What are you referencing? The shift schedule chat?
Yeah, the shift schedule chat. And if it is really a glitch channel, why haven't you deleted it? Why are you keeping it?
Because it wasn't a very high priority on my list. I had posted it in announcements, and I also posted it in patrol check-in. The problem is nobody listens. I said that I put an announcement. I said the shift schedule chat is glitched. This is the new location on where the schedule has been posted.
Okay, so why don't? Okay, then. So why don't? Okay, then. Then tell me this.
Everyone's been asking.
Then tell me this. Why do you still have the shift schedule then? Why do you still have that up?
For people that can see it.
I can see it.
For people that can see it, so that becomes a problem. Kyle, can
How
you
is it
see?
a
Hold up,
problem?
hang on. Kyle, can you see the channel?
Yes, I can see the channel.
Anthony, can you see the channel?
I can see it.
Brooks, can you see the channel?
Yes.
I can't, which means you got to set to a certain role.
I'll send screenshots of our roles. I have it set to at everyone can view and send messages. For whatever reason, it's not allowing you to see it. I don't know why.
See, the problem is, even with screenshots, I have to be able to see every single role that you have set and every single option that you have it selected for. That's where it is. You can say read messages and everything, but without us being on that channel when the message actually gets written, that becomes the issue. But no, but with the whole situation with Tyler, Tyler's even messaging me saying that he's still on LOA. Okay, he doesn't have his PC, which you know, and he
I
told
was
did.
unaware of that. I was
Okay then.
I,
Tell.
I was unaware of it. Let me explain. Alexis had messaged me, or she was in the chat today, and notified me that he was talking about the whole parent situation and whatnot that he had.
No, that was Matthew.
Oh well, she was saying somebody. I think it was Tyler didn't have his computer. She was telling me something like that, and then I was just made aware of that today. Nobody comes forth to me and tells me anything. So when I message you these messages, uh, it's just because nobody communicates to me. So I mean, nobody can really blame me for saying, "Hey, you're inactive." You know, if you're not going to communicate with me and tell me why you're inactive, or "Hey, can I get an LOA?" If you're going to be inactive for a long period of time, it's not that difficult. Take out an LOA. Either you take out an LOA or you just go inactive and eventually you end up getting removed. That's it. It's not that hard. We have LOAs for a reason. If you're worried about getting kicked and you want to stay in the community, you have to communicate with people. I can't read your mind. I don't know what's going on in your life. It's not that easy.
Okay. Here just becomes the issue, okay? You're saying that whenever people go on LOA or can't come to patrol, you're saying they have to give an excuse, okay? That becomes the issue, okay? Yes, in ECRP, people didn't like that thing. People didn't like that they had to give an excuse. But we had to set it up for a reason in ECRP. Because it actually came down to where nobody but only 2 or 1 person was going to show up for patrol. We had to set it up like that. But the problem is, why am I seeing that you're sending messages? I don't know on what channel, but saying so far Tyler H, Mason, and Cobra are all scheduled for termination based on inactivity if they do not talk with the board by tomorrow. And then at hang on, and then at hang on, let me finish. And then at 9:06 p.m. you said, "Thank God the inactive ones are leaving." If you really want to get rid of us that bad, then remove
No, it's
us.
not you. You didn't leave. It was somebody. It was an inactive applicant. So I mean, before you assume that I want to get rid of you, I suggest if somebody's going to screenshot my messages, come to me and talk. I'll screenshot the welcome chat. The person that was inactive that left was an applicant. It had nothing to do with any of you.
It's
So
just
you
like I
can you
said.
can take that and put it where it belongs because it didn't
Okay,
really have
well,
nothing to
one,
do
you
with me.
don't have to really be rude like that, man.
I'm
You
not
don't.
being rude. You guys are coming in and blaming me for y'all's problems. I don't know what's going on in y'all's life, so how dare you and all your ECRP members for blaming me? It's your fault. You guys don't communicate with me. How am I supposed to know that? For all I know, you guys are in another community doing your own thing. If
Tyler,
you're
this
if
is
you're
what you get.
actually
This is what
inactive
you're hearing.
and you have a legit reason why you're inactive, just be like, hey, I have to go inactive. It's personal. I'd rather not say. You don't even have to be like, give me an exact reason. You can say it's personal. I'd rather not tell you. I'll be like, okay, well, maybe somebody in his family died, or maybe this, that, and the third. But when you guys are coming and accusing me of doing all this shit, it it's rude and it's disrespectful, and especially when you came up in here acting like you ran the community and like you could say and cut me off and curse at me and do what you wanted. That's rude. That's rude. So I have all the right to be rude.
I'll be honest with you, and I have proof. During the past week, I've been inactive because I've been part of DOJRP.
Now, that's not that difficult to tell me. You could just be like, "Hey, I'm in another
No,
community."
no, but I did tell you though. I did tell you today.
Yeah, you told me today. What about yesterday? Or not? Sorry, not yesterday. What about let's see here. Let me scroll up. Let me scroll up in our chat. The third, I said, Jesus, it doesn't look like anyone. Dude, I ain't coming. Sorry. Last after
No,
that,
no,
I
no.
left
You
you.
you look at that again. Okay, you might
I
want to look
says,
at that. You
Jesus,
said come no.
it doesn't.
Before
It
that.
doesn't look like anyone's
Before
going to
that.
come.
No, before
Okay.
that. You said
I
coming to
said,
shift question mark. I said not today, bud.
yes,
Okay? Simple
exactly.
answer for you,
I'm
not
a.
today.
I
Cuz you know
know, and I
why?
said,
I'll
Jesus.
I'll tell you this, on that day, I was in DOJRP getting my second ride along and my eval done.
Okay, I don't care that you're in DOJ. I'm not. I don't mean to sound rude, but that okay, you're in another community. That's not the point that I'm trying to make. The point that I'm trying to make is I messaged you on multiple occasions. I left you alone until last Thursday. I said, "Hey, what's been going on with the inactivity lately? You've been inactive for an entire week. I've been trying to reach you to see, hey, what's going on? You could have just simply said, I'm in another community or it's personal, and I would have left you alone. I would have left you and everyone else alone.
Okay, so
But
you've been trying to reach me, but as far as I'm seeing, those are the only 2 times you tried to reach me.
yeah, I could. Yeah, after a while, I'm not going to chase you down to be active. If you don't want to be active, that's your decision. I'm not going to.
And
I'm
also,
not going to
If you
chase
don't
you
want to
down.
be here, we're not gonna make you. We're not
Yeah,
gonna force you
if you don't
as
want to be
well.
active in the community, I'm not going to force you to do something you don't want to do. That's just not how I am. If
If
you don't
you're
want to be
enjoying your
active,
time on DOJ, we're not gonna force you to take time off of that and come join us because you're obviously more. That's obviously a bigger priority to you. So we're not gonna sit here and chase you around all day, all night and day.
and
if you want to be
there's
more active in
opportunities
it,
for people to come. I post whenever we have a shift. I post, hey, we're having, or Kyle posts, hey, we're having a shift today. 15 minutes before our piece starts,
I
I say,
during the
hey,
week I
this is where
posted in
we're
the
meeting.
morning.
This is the time we're meeting. And then while we're doing briefing, I put out, hey, everyone, come join shift if you can. That's 3 different times in one day
Yeah,
that you have warning to come.
we're not forcing anyone to come to shifts. It, if I really wanted to force people to come to shifts, I could simply add in service hours, meaning people are going to have to meet a certain requirement. I don't have that. I don't require people to come to shifts. We say get on if you can. If you can't, you can't. Eventually, it comes to a point where you're inactive for so long. We're worried. Like, hey, what's going on? Maybe something happened to him. We're only messaging you because
Tyler,
we
I know.
care and we want to see what's going
Cobra,
on in your life.
Tyler, trust me, I know.
Cobra. At the end of the day, we are doing this for our own enjoyment, but also for other people. I'm gonna tell you right now, I personally pay for the server, and it's so that everybody like myself, you, everybody can just join. We can all have a good time. I mean, it's basically for people that prioritize like live around North Carolina or used to live. They live close to it. They just, or if you just like their cars, whatever. We're doing this as like something like so that a bunch of people can get on and have a good time. But then again, we want to keep a set of rules to
Yeah,
make it
all
as
we ask is
realistic.
follow
I mean,
rules.
but if you could at least communicate. I mean, sometimes I can't make it to shift because I'm doing something else, and I'll just tell Kyle, "Hey, I can't make it. Sorry." And then it's okay. It's an okay after that. I don't have to sit there and explain exactly and go into detail of why I can't make it to shift. I'm just letting him know that I'm not going to be able to make it. Or if he says, "Are you going to be here tomorrow or the next day shift?" I'll let you know a day ahead, or I mean, I'll let you know like a couple hours before that the actual shift starts. I mean, we're not telling you that you have to respond to us quickly as soon as we send you a message or something like that asking you, but at least communicate with us so that we can stay in touch and we can like know when to actually have a patrol so that there's a good amount of members on.
That's
Yeah.
yeah.
And I'll tell you something else. Another reason why Mason's inactive, besides the reason what I said I was inactive for,
Hmm.
besides not the whole community, but the other reason because the whole alpha-itis stuff and everything. Besides that, Mason has work, and most of the times he can't do it at 9 o'clock at night Eastern Standard Time. He can't
Yeah,
make it,
yeah,
or even
we
8. Hang
understand
on,
that.
hang on,
No,
or
no, no, no,
even
no, no,
eight
no, no.
p.m.
I just want Cobra. I just want. I already spoke to Murph, and I told him. I said the 9 o'clock shifts are not working anymore, and we're not doing them anymore.
I mean, not even 8 o'clock would he be able to make it.
Okay, well, see,
Earlier
here's
or
the thing.
later?
Or what do you think?
Well, I don't
If
know. I'm
eight
asking
o'clock
you.
can't make it and
Cobra.
9 o'clock can definitely not make it,
So I don't know. It could be 7 or 10. I mean, lose your
Cobra.
smart ass attitude.
So Joey, he's a GFD and GCFO trainee.
he's over
Okay,
here. Oh my
he has
god.
alerted us before, and when Harp was still in the community before he left for school, he was telling me about how Joey got to work at 5 and worked till 10. He works for a snow plowing and salt company. Okay, he's at work from 5 to 10, and Joey lets us know that he's not able to come.
But
And he even let us
Oh,
know
everyone, if you want
when
to join in,
he
feel free
will
to
be his work will be
dojrp.com.
slowing down.
Do
Like
not go to Gate City.
it's just a lack of communication.
I'm surprised he hasn't even
that's
seen
that's
it.
all we
I'm
ask
surprised
for
he
is
hasn't
just
seen my
follow
shit
our
yet.
rules and let us know what's going on in your life because we care. If if you have a death in the family or something happens, we want to make sure you're okay. Not just because we want to see you at shifts, but if you're
Wow.
not okay,
There you
like
go,
if
guys.
you're
He just admitted to everything.
depressed
He
or
admitted
upset,
he
we
admitted
want to be
that
able to
not
talk to
only
you.
does he
Like
want
we're
to
here
know
for you.
why,
We just
Yeah,
want
and I
what's
not
going
only
on.
does he
and
want to
I've
check up
texted
on you
David, I've
if you had
texted
a
Alexis, I've
family member
texted
in death, not
Harp, I've
only
texted
because he wants you to show
Tyler,
up to shifts.
Matrix.
So which shows that
I've
he
texted
only wants
them
you to show up to
on
shifts,
my own
guys.
time to see, hey,
This
are
is
you
literally what
doing
I
okay?
do to the
Is your
communities
mental
that
health
treat people like
good?
shit. I
Look, so
blast them
one thing I want to
everywhere.
add on that, we are here, like I said, as a community. We're here basically to provide for people's enjoyment, and that doesn't just mean we're just paying or just putting stuff in the game just for you guys. Like, oh, get on and let's do a shift or anything like that. No, we actually want to know what's happening in your life. I mean, we live close. All three of us, we do. We live close.
Most of us live close.
Most
Yeah.
of us live really close, and even people like Herschel, they might live far, but we all communicate as if we knew them since, like, since
Birth.
we were, yeah, since birth. I mean, we just met them, not, well,
Four
I
months
just
ago,
met them,
5 months ago?
yeah, not too long ago, and I feel like I would probably tell them anything. So I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
I
not gonna
would
sit
tell
here.
Alexis basically anything.
I'm not gonna sit here and try to tell you that we don't care or anything like that, because in reality, if you have something going on or if you need help with something, you like, it's basically like a second family here.
Like
Oh,
Alexis has literally offered to try to help me do my homework. Like it's a whole family here.
okay.
So we're not trying to be enemies. We're not trying to compete against you. We're not trying to have the best community on 5M. We're just trying to have a good community that we can enjoy. We can RP. It's based off of North Carolina. We live here. We enjoy it. We like the skins. We like what they're all about. We're not here trying to compete and be the best like DOJ or do any of that. We're just providing and having a good time and just doing what we love.
Okay, but it becomes down to the situation, like I said before. Okay, it becomes down to the situation to where, people don't want it to be a set patrol because they're eventually gonna join in another community, and they're gonna see more interest in that because either they're gonna have more RP or active people every day and patrols every 24/7 and stuff. They're going to see that. They're going to put more attention into that than this community because this community is only having a set day for patrol and a set time. That becomes
Okay,
it.
but you
Hang
can
on.
come to
No.
us.
I'm talking here. Can I not be interrupted?
Let them talk. Let them talk.
Jesus. And then not only that, but what Kyle was saying that the only that one of the reasons why, if you have a family member that died or, anything like that,
Anything.
hang on. But he said that one of the reasons why, which is not only the reason, is he checking up on you because he wants you to show up in shifts? That's the problem. Okay,
No,
you don't know.
I
Hang on,
said
you
I'm not checking up on you just because I want you to show up to shifts because I care.
no. It's
If
you
I
said
if
it's
I
because I care. Not only do I want you to show up to shifts, but also because I care because I want to I want to make sure you're okay. That's the
Right.
problem. When if people had a family member that died or something, their least concern is this. Okay, that's their least concern.
I'm not
Literally,
asking
right?
if that happened. I'm not asking you to get on for a shift. If something like that
Exactly.
happens, I would ask you, hey, are you okay? Do you need to talk? I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, okay, get on for shift. I'm
Okay,
not
well,
gonna
I got
say
a
that.
question for you. Was civilian JJB, was he one of the people that you messaged about inactivity?
No,
Don't know how, because he's never been active.
I know.
And I can tell you one reason why he's not active.
Why is he not active?
Same reason as Tyler, because he had a tornado literally just up the street from his house that tore off his power. He's back at
Okay, but
home. He's back at home. But trust me, when people go, you should know. With you, do you live in Greensboro? Or you live on the outskirts of Greensboro.
I live about 2 minutes out of Greensboro.
Okay, who lives in Greensboro? Like
do.
in Greensboro.
I
Me.
don't live in Greensboro, but I live in
I
Greensboro.
live in
Okay, hang on.
Greensboro. What is your question?
Anthony, how long you live in Greensboro for?
Since I was born, bro.
Okay. Remember that tornado that struck about a couple years ago?
I
Yeah,
do.
that was actually
Yes.
1 mile from my house.
Okay. You should know when you have a tornado strike right near your house, you are just gonna be like, I'm alive. I'm fucking alive.
Right.
While me, I was 2 hours away in Sanford, and I couldn't even do a single fucking thing because literally it was right up the street from my fucking mom's house. I was
Right.
concerned about them. I was concerned about all my friends in Greensboro. I was concerned about my family.
Yes, and so
And then this recent storm that struck that caused tornadoes in Charlotte, Greensboro, Asheboro, and
Yeah.
all those places.
Yeah,
I haven't heard from my grandmother.
I'm sorry about that.
Okay, I heard from my dad, I heard from my mom, but I haven't heard from my grandmother.
Sorry to hear that.
And from what I heard, she was right in the path of one.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
People's main focus whenever a storm comes and everything like that, they're not focused on the fucking community. They could care less about it. They're focused on
Yeah.
like, I'm alive. And thank God I'm fucking alive. Because today could have been a day that God said, hey, it's your time to go.
Yes, but what you're I don't think what you're getting is
Yeah, we understand. That's
when
what.
when I message you when things like that happen, it's like, hey, what's going on? I'm not asking you about when I say if I message you strictly about inactivity, then it's about inactivity. If I'm like, hey, you haven't been around much, what's going on? That's not me asking you to come to a shift. That's me asking what's genuinely going on in your life. And if you're misinterpreting that for me wanting you to come to a shift, then that's how.
What
you
up, Life
interpret it.
GTA Dragon? Just to let you know,
Unless
this
I
is
said
giving a
something
heads up about Gate City
you coming
Roleplay.
2 shifts, then I'm just genuinely asking, how are you doing? You know what?
Okay.
Are you all right? Like,
Okay, I can tell you this. Tyler probably won't ever be able to make it to patrol for a while.
Okay. Well, I mean, if Tyler has
No, because he just told me another one of the main reasons why. Luckily, he wasn't, as far as I know, he wasn't in Charlotte at the time of the storm.
right.
But he doesn't have his computer.
Okay.
It's because he's currently out of town, and he might be for a while.
All right.
So he
One thing-
might
Tell him,
he might be
tell him
inactive
to-
for probably for a couple of months.
One
tell
thing.
him to message me and ask for an LOA, and I'll
No,
give it.
he did.
I extend it. If he's going to be gone for months, extend your LOA.
See,
Be like, hey, I'm
that's-
going to be gone for longer.
See, that just becomes the issue, okay? Nobody should be worrying, okay? With him,
See,
he
yeah, now I
no,
gotta
hang
put
on,
in
hang on.
something. No, okay,
With hang
I have
on,
to add
can I not finish? Like seriously, when someone's just talking, it's rude to fucking talk over them.
Continue.
Like I was saying, okay, with
Continue.
someone in his shoes right now, He could care less about messaging you and telling you, hey, I'm going to be LOA for a couple more months. Can you extend it? Because really, you have the authority to either decline it or approve it.
Okay,
People
so
don't want that. When people say, hey, I'm going to
No.
be on LOA for a little bit, give them that LOA. Okay?
That's
I just have something to add. So you know all about this, but you did not ever once pass it on forward to one of the board directors, or no, let me put this clear. Kyle.
Okay.
you know you
Here, here,
if look
here's okay.
look
Here's the problem.
if you
Okay.
don't like me, just listen to me. If you don't like me and you don't want to message me, you don't have to. You can message anyone.
You could message me, you could message Brooks, you could, I mean,
The problem
just
is
a small
okay.
update, just something that we know what's going on. How are we supposed to help anybody or do anything for y'all if y'all don't let us know what's going on? Like I wouldn't have no clue about any of this until you right now until you're telling me.
Because you know why? With me, I'm not the type of guy to go run his mouth about someone else's
Okay, but
personal
it's
life.
not running your mouth.
No,
It's
it
just
is.
giving a little.
I'm
No,
not.
it's
I'm
not.
not gonna go to someone else and say, "Hey, this person's not gonna
You
be
know what?
is gonna be inactive for
Excuses are
this
like
reason."
assholes. Everybody has one, and they all stink, bud.
Yeah, you
Okay?
are one.
Yeah, you are.
Okay, so let me
So don't
finish.
don't. Okay, no.
Oh, so I can't finish now?
Look, he wasn't calling you an asshole, Cobra. You just totally misunderstood what he said. He
He
said
said excuses
opinion.
are assholes, and
Excuses
just
are like assholes. Everyone has one, and they all stink.
He wasn't calling you an asshole.
So
You
you
called him.
jump to something. You jump to a conclusion before you even understand it. But that is your main problem. That is one of the reasons that you probably. I'm not saying anything bad on you, but that is just one reason. That's one bad thing about you. Because
Look,
I feel disrespected. You come in here just with the biggest attitude that I've ever seen on someone. The biggest attitude. I can hear it in your voice. It's disgusting. I'm not calling you disgusting, but the attitude that you're putting out is disgusting.
look, Cobra. If you want to stay in this community, that's fine. If you don't want to, it is what it is.
right now I
If
don't
you
know. I'm gonna have to think about it.
if you do want to stay in this community, I do ask one thing. Since you seem to have the answers to everything and you know what people want and what they don't want, I urge you to get feedback from members and see what people want to see. Because if obviously if they don't want to tell us about it, they have a I guess they have a huge they like you for whatever reason, so they'll probably tell you. If you don't
Because you
tell
know
us
why?
something,
You know why
I don't.
ECRP was great at the time when we merged over? It's because with me, I care about what the members say. With the way that you're coming off to members, you are coming off to members like, I don't care what you say, bud. Okay, you can tell me this all you want, but most likely I'm gonna decline it because if I don't like it, it ain't happening. That's the problem. You can't just go off. This is what I told Tyler. Whenever I first joined his community, he has stuff in his server that he liked that people don't like, and there was stuff that people liked that he didn't like that he didn't want in because of that reason. When he put them in, he started to like them more, and then he started to get more members.
Right.
That's the problem is that you're going off of what the board of directors or the exec or the administration wants. Okay, that's the problem.
Okay, can
What
I
if?
cut in real
Hey,
fast?
Let him
oh, of
finish.
course. Yeah, why
Okay.
not? Since everybody wants to be rude to me.
Well, no, Okay.
Just Ben, just let him finish.
Okay, fine.
Okay, like I'm saying, okay, there's stuff that you guys probably have in a server right now, or the way that you guys have it set up and running that maybe the members don't like. Okay, and then
Right.
there's some stuff in that maybe the members want to see that you guys don't like. That's what turns off members is when they get told, well, if I don't like it, it ain't happening.
Right.
So really, you're saying, hey, you're the main owner. So if you don't like it, you ain't gonna put it in. You ain't gonna tell
Could you
anybody.
elaborate on that?
ESX. Kyle said he hates it.
I
ESX.
didn't
Yes,
say I
that.
hated
Okay, no, I'll tell you right now, I don't like it. It is not
Okay,
appealing. DOJ, I'm pretty sure they got rid of it because
no,
last video I seen on Polecats, if that's who you mainly watch, because I'm pretty sure it is, I didn't see no ESX in there.
yeah, because you know what? It's all framework built. It's the same thing as freaking ESX. You still get money from a job and
So
everything.
is that what you're talking about? Whenever you,
No, no, okay. Let me rephrase this. Okay, with ECRP, we had ESX, but we didn't have the full ESX that you guys are talking about. We had it to where we had the economy, the money coming in, but it was only based off. Excuse me. It was only based off of really just the police department and fire department got the money, and of
mm-hmm,
course the other people like civs and everybody who was not part of the police or fire. You know,
mm-hmm,
they didn't. They received money before unemployment.
mm-hmm,
You had the bank to where you can go get stuff, and you had the food and water to make it more immersive and more of a role play style. We didn't
yeah,
have the full on thing to where we still had the F6 menu. We still had all that stuff put in and everything. But when it came down to it, we didn't have the whole like dealerships or other jobs that civilian can have because we were slowly gonna add them. I was slowly gonna ask people, hey, what would you like to see as a job? Would you like to see this and this and this? They say no, I don't put it in. Literally, I did a poll on what people wanted to see because we had to take out ESX, and most people said, "Hey, I don't like ESX because what we had before was the full version of it, like completely everything: stores, dealerships, robberies, phones, freaking dogs, pet shops, everything, like completely fucking everything."
could I elaborate on that?
Go ahead.
Okay, so the way I normally look at 5M if I were to look at a streamer, like sort of, because they have a large audience, so people are obviously enjoying it. But the way I see it is, I feel like there's two different ways that you can role play on 5M. One, you can get really into it with ESX and have to have water, food, and all these different things, or instead of going that link, you can have a chill patrol. Just, I mean, that
as
for
in the
me
way that
is
we
just
had it.
I'll be
that for
honest
me
with
is
you.
just way too much, and that is just way. Me personally, I don't like it. I don't think ESX is good. I've never been a fan of it from the first day it came out.
Because
I
no,
don't
because you
think
know
that.
what? The first day that I'll be honest with you, the first day that it came out, it was buggy as shit. Nobody knew how to work it or anything. But right now, you put that shit in, I'm able to work it. I'm able to do what I can with it.
The last community that I was in put ESX in. It destroyed the community. The community
Well, it
went.
depends on what they put in from ESX. That is where you need to think. Okay, if they're adding into
Mm-hmm.
where you have to go buy cars and adding in all these different civ jobs, that becomes the issue because those civ jobs is what makes an RP AOP has to be statewide because they have to go all the way to the county. Like say truckers, they have to pick up their load in LS and have to go all the way to Blaine County. Sometimes Polito. And then you have people up in Polito robbing banks, and there's no officers up there, and that becomes the issue. Without those jobs and everything, with the way I told you that ECRP had it set it up, we were able to control the area. We were able to control the AOP, and we were able to stick within that AOP range.
I have a question for you.
Yeah,
So you like DOJ, correct?
DOJ is amazing. I'll
Okay,
be
yeah.
honest with you.
So
It's
so I'm
better
I'm
than
gonna be
any
honest with you. I'm gonna
community.
be honest with you. I watched Bay Area Bugs personally. I loved watching Bay Area Bugs. I would watch every single DOJ video I've watched every single one of them. Every single day it came out, I would watch it. But I liked it and I enjoyed it more whenever they were doing the simple things, when they were creating their calls, when they were being creative and not having to have jobs, when they literally would when Polecat and Bay Area Bugs and Jeff Faviano would literally create their own calls and do whatever they wanted to do and not have to go do a job or something like that to have an RP. It was a lot better back then. And then I know that Bay Area Bugs left, and I know Polecat ever since like Bay Area Bugs and Jeff Faviano left. I mean his content has not been as good. Well, it hasn't been as good as it was compared to when they first started DOJ. DOJ was popping. I feel like whenever,
DOJ is still popping, man.
I mean, it's still popping. I'm not saying it's not, but I feel like it was popping back then. Whenever how it was back then, and then they decided to add ESX.
Oh
But they
no,
added
trust
that
me,
because
no,
they
trust
added
me.
that because it was
That
new.
yeah,
And
they
then at
added
that
it because
time-
it was new, and the problem is that didn't turn away Bay or Jeff or anything like that. That
I
didn't
know that. I
prevent
know that. I
them.
didn't say anything about that. I know that.
They
I know
even enjoyed it, from what I'm told by everyone that I know of. Bay Area Bugs and Jeff enjoyed, and Polecat enjoyed the whole ESX stuff.
Yeah, I'm
They
not saying
enjoyed
didn't,
it.
but it was. You could tell that it even looked a lot better at the beginning of DOJ whenever they started.
Well,
Alright.
it's literally like
So
I
that's where
said.
we're at on that. Okay.
Okay, it's literally like I said. Okay, there's some stuff here that people may want to see inside the server, may want to see a little bit change in, that you guys may not want. And then you
Well,
guys are like the final step. Like, hey man, I don't like it, so I'm
Would
not
be
putting it in.
it would
That's the
be helpful
problem.
for suggestions.
Yeah, and that's why
what
we
about
have a
the
started
suggestion
with.
channel.
But that's
But, you know,
no,
if
but
no
that's
one's
the
putting
problem. The
anything
way
in
the
there,
way.
then
Hang
we
on.
can't
Through
figure it
different
out.
points, and we can come to a conclusion on what it is that we're gonna settle on. Okay, we can have a meeting between all of us. It does not matter. We can look and see what it is that wants to be implemented and try to come to a conclusion instead of fighting or arguing or doing whatever. But we also need suggestions. We can't read your mind. We don't have superpowers to read people's mind. If we did, well then we'd be smooth selling, but we can't. So I mean,
And
I don't really know what else you can keep.
it's to the point where people can't argue and say that we're the final say and we say what goes in, what doesn't. It comes down to y'all have been inactive and haven't said anything since the day y'all have merged in here. No one's given us any suggestions, so we've had no suggestions to shoot down.
But how about
So
this?
I don't.
I'm giving you suggestions.
Yeah, you're giving us suggestions, but what you're telling me is you want to see people what other people want to see. Maybe you're giving, like, I could argue the same thing. Maybe what you want to see, other people don't. That's why I'm saying we need suggestions, and then the whole community could come together one day and talk about the pros and cons to everything. Will this work out for our server? Do we think that this is something that's going to benefit us, or do we not? But if nobody wants to give us those suggestions, we're never going to know if people want to see this or people want to see that.
Well then,
You're the only one voicing anything to us.
because most people don't want to give their voice out. They don't want to be able to stand up here and come to you guys, because with you admitting,
Apologies, that makes no
yeah,
sense
you
to me.
you admitting that you don't trust nobody.
I've admitted
It
that to you.
it become
Heard that.
hold up.
Come on.
You didn't admit it.
I said I admitted that to you.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, I mean I own up to what I said. And yeah, I admitted it to you. I don't. I can't put my full faith and trust in into somebody that I don't know. That's like me saying, I'm gonna go out into the streets, and this new guy that what's it called? I just randomly met is you're streaming right now.
Who?
You.
What do you mean?
You're streaming right now.
No, I'm not.
You are. Trying to put a bad image on our community, and
No, I'm
we're
not
not.
trying to put a bad image on the community. You're doing it
You are.
yourself.
Here,
You
Oh,
are.
really?
You are, because if you weren't, you wouldn't be streaming this. You are.
No,
Exactly.
actually, no. The reason why I stream stuff like this so that way I can have proof and evidence behind it all. So that way I know, like, hey, you can't, like, in the future, you could be like, oh, no, I never did say that about that person. But yet in the stream, you could have said it. And I can be
Yeah,
like, here
you
you
don't
go.
have
This is the
the
proof for you. And
the
then,
thing
yeah.
about it is you're streaming it and posting it for people to see. So I think that you're
If it was for
actually
you, you could record it with OBS. You don't have to live stream, so that is not even an excuse there, my friend. But I'm telling you right now,
Well, I mean, let's see what Brooks wants to say.
Here,
at this point.
What did
no,
Brooks want to say?
Point,
No,
at
let
this
Kyle,
point,
Kyle,
let
just let me do this.
let
Let me
Brooks
do this.
let Brooks say something, because maybe he could change it to where maybe I can stop live streaming.
Okay, Cobra, do this for me and your members that choose to stay in Gate City. Do this for them. Put all your suggestions and go tell your members to put their suggestions in the suggestion chat. So then us as board members can have a meeting and talk about what we want in the server. And then if it's a 50-50 decision, we can put up a poll.
and be
That
like, is this something that y'all want to see?
But that becomes
That's the
no.
entire
That's what
point of
I'm.
the
That's what
suggestion
I'm.
channel.
No, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Okay,
Okay,
is that
well we're gonna hold further conversation until your stream is on. I prefer not to be on camera, especially
sorry,
because
you don't get that
especially
option, buddy.
okay, well neither do you.
Cause
So
one, you're not on camera.
yeah, my voice is on camera and it's
I
up
don't. I
live
don't
for
have
people,
to. Okay.
and it's up for
First
people
Amendment,
to
buddy.
view.
First
It's
Amendment.
up for people
First
to. It's up
Amendment.
for
Hey,
people to. No, I don't
don't do
look.
this.
I don't. Hey,
You're
hey,
supposed to
hey,
be a.
hey,
You're supposed to be a
hey.
Gifford County paramedic, buddy.
I never said I was a Guilford County
Then,
paramedic. I'm a student in Guilford County as
okay
a
then. Well.
CMT basic
Okay.
student.
Well then, let me rephrase this. Okay. First Amendment gives me the right of freedom of
Look,
press.
I understand you can record me, but I'm asking you that I don't want to be recorded, and if you don't want to respect my wishes, I'm going to remove you from the chat.
You can go ahead and remove me because I'm not gonna stop.
All right.
Man, it's
All
gonna
right,
show what kind of person you are.
What
Yeah,
kind of
Cobra.
person I am?
Cause
person
no,
you
cause you
are.
know why?
It's
No, cause
showing
you know
what kind of
why?
person
No,
you
cause
are,
you know
sir.
why? No, it shows.
I'm asking you. I'm
No,
asking
let
you
me
to
finish.
Please respect. No, I want you to respect my wishes. I don't want to be recorded. If you did not want to be recorded, I would not record you. I could record this all I want and be like, "This is what Cobra does. Cobra this, Cobra that." But I don't care. It's a gaming community. If you don't like it, that's fine. I don't have to go out of my way to record you to show people this is who this guy is. You know, this is what this guy does. If I don't like you, if I didn't like your community, if I didn't like any of your, what your thing was, I'd move on and do my own thing. You know, it shows how immature you're being, trying to record me and be like, hey, don't go to this guy, don't do this, that, and the third. This is what he does. I if you don't like us and you don't like what we're doing, leave. We're not asking
I
you
got
to
a
be here.
question. I want to know who told you I was recording, or
That's
well,
none of your business.
live streaming, because I'm quite sure it's the only person that's in my group,
That's-
and that would be Brooks.
That's none of
I
your
didn't say
business.
anything.
Or no,
What
maybe
it
it's
matters
not Brooks.
that what it matters is at this point I'm asking you nicely. I don't want to be recorded. And
Well,
it's
if that's the case, then guess what? Guess what, buddy? That means you
What?
won't allow people to live stream or record patrols.
That's
No,
not what
I
that
don't-
means.
Yes, it does. You're
so
you're
full of
okay.
shit,
You're
my
telling
friend.
me that I don't
No,
have
he's telling
right.
you not to record this conversation. Not that you can't
I
record.
don't-
No,
people.
no, he
You
didn't
are
say that.
literally-
Dude,
I'm not gonna
he
say nothing
he
to you, man,
just
'cause
said it.
I-
He just said it to people
He did
watching.
not say that.
He
did not
just
say that.
said,
You are
"Hey,
full
are you gonna
of
let me
shit.
talk?" OB Gaming.
What?
Look,
Yeah.
Look, I just don't want. Look,
You're
we're
full of
like
shit,
I
bro.
said, we're not out for blood. I just don't want this conversation being recorded. This is something private. I came to you in a private manner, and you said that you wanted to talk to me in voice. Now you could have told me ahead of time, "Hey, I'm going to record this. Is it okay?" You didn't do that. You were privately
Because you know
recording me.
what? I don't have to tell you. I don't have to request you saying, "Hey, can I record this?"
understand
I
you-
don't have to.
I understand you don't, but it's the respectful thing to do. And I'm asking you, as a respectful human being, I asked you respectively, can you please not record my voice in this conversation? I'm asking you nicely.
If I want to record it, I can.
And if you want to record it, that's fine. There's no more conversation. I don't want my voice being on your channel. That's I don't want
Your voice was
this
already on my
convers
channel.
I don't want this conversation, better yet, as he said, being recorded. That's my only wish. I don't want this being recorded. I'm asking you nicely, and if you don't want to stop recording, that's fine. The conversation's over.
That's
Okay, well,
fine.
if the conversation's over, Cobra, thank you for, showing me your server and your cool stuff. I greatly do appreciate it.
Yeah.
Me and you have had great conversations about the Explorer program. Um, I mean,
Yeah,
if this is it, then I wish you
I
well.
can already guess what it is. You're saying, "Hey, you're leaving." Yeah,
No,
I already know.
it's
You're saying thank you for being part. Thank you for showing me your server and all the great things and all. See, just because I'm recording this, don't mean we can still be friends. But since it shows that we can't still be friends, it shows what kind of people it is. So,
no. I look.
you guys have a wonderful time.
I
Thank you
never said we couldn't be.
thank you
I
so
never said.
much for saying that. Hey, we can't be friends after this.
I never said
Thank
that.
you.
I
So, guys, now you can see. People choose what they want to choose. People choose what friends they can be with. Makes me upset that, since you're not part of a community, you can't be friends with that person. Director Brooks, Greensboro Fire Department. Really cool kid, okay? I will say that. He's a really cool kid. Okay? But it shows out there, guys, okay? People can say, oh, yeah, they're your friends, but when it comes down to it, they're not really your friends because they could care less. And just like you see it, I was removed. So it shows what kind of people it is. It shows what kind of people they are. And yeah, it is sad. It is sad that some people want to choose community over friends. I'll be honest with you. It's sad that some people want to choose a community over friends. But of course, some people don't care. Some people could care less. And that's why everybody who comes to my Discord here, Elite Gaming Community, is welcomed. With you being a subscriber or a follower on Mixer or Twitch, having that and being part of this community here, it shows that you guys. Wait, which Texas server? Because there was Texas Justice Department. I remember that, TJDRP. I remember that. But no, I don't know. Texas Justice Department roleplay? Yeah. It's just like them all over again. They choose what they want. They only want what they want. They don't care about the members. But I'll be honest with you. I can't say that because I'll be honest with you. There are some people who still talk to me from Texas Justice Department, from TJDRP. There are some people who actually still talk to me from there. Do I appreciate it? Yes, because it shows that even though we're not in a community together, that we can still be friends. Okay? I'm not here to put the bad out in a community. Okay? This live stream was to show people what kind of experience you can have within the community. I'm not throwing out there being like, hey, you're putting the bad out there. Don't go to this person, don't go to this person. Really, they do it to themselves. And with them saying I can't stream or record a conversation. Really, I can stream and record any kind of conversation that I want, because really, when it comes down to it, I need evidence and I need proof about it. So, yeah. I'll be honest with you guys. I've been a part of Department of Justice roleplay Polecat server for a while now. I've been a part of DOJRP for a while. For about, well, not for a while, for about a week now. Do I 100% say apply there? Yeah, I do. DOJ is probably one of the best communities that I've ever been in. Not only can you go in there, have fun, and talk to people, and be able to make friends, but they actually care. You know? But yeah, guys, like I said, wish we could have still been friends with them. You know, enjoyed a couple games with them, maybe on the outside of GTA 5. But shows that they don't really care. You know, with me leaving that call and stuff, you know, them saying, "Oh, I never did say that. Oh, I never did say that." You know, we can't be friends. Kind of proves it. But guys, I'm sorry that you guys had to witness this firsthand with me. You guys have a good night and y'all take it easy.